Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 1 of our brand new series, doTERRA Products A through Z. My name is Nicole Vincent. I am a Diamond with doTERRA and a holistic health coach and a lover of essential oils and natural things. And I love sharing the things that I've learned with you guys. So that's why I wanted to do this series. And we're going to be going through, I'm not sure how many weeks this is going to take, but I'm imagining it's probably going to be about 2 to 3 months at least. Today, we're only getting through the A's. So you can see this is going to it'll take some time, but this will be a really great way for you guys to learn more about each of these products, how to use them, how to talk about them, and how to share them for those that are sharing the business. So, without further ado, I wanted to introduce myself since this is the first week, and sometimes this might be the first time that you guys have been hearing from me. So I am from Houston, Texas. This is my wonderful husband, Matt. We've been married for 17 years, and these are our cute kids. We have 4 of them, ages 7, 9, 13, and 15. So this is from last year. Actually, we need to get a new one because my braces are off. My kids are older, but this is one of the most recent ones we have of all of us. We're not super great at taking family pictures unless I've got a doTERRA magazine that I've got to pose for. So, but I love them, and they are the reason why I do what I do. And I was introduced to doTERRA about 4 years ago, and I actually just wanted my oils for emergency purposes. We in our family, we like to be prepared for emergencies with, food storage and different things like that, because we live on the coast. We've been exposed to hurricanes, and so I was like, hey, what if we can't get to a store? What if we can't get to medical help? I need something as a mom that I can take care of things and support my family's health. And so that's why I started with essential oils. And also because there was a little voice in my head from the big guy upstairs saying, you need to do this, it will change your life. Little did I know he was so right. But from there, I saw that these oils worked, these products worked, and that is why I am just so passionate about sharing this, because I know other people need this information, and it might not be for them at the time, but they need to know that it's an option. And so I started diving into essential oils and their properties and how you could use them, and then how you can use natural supplements and diet and emotional healing and all this stuff, and just world opened up to me. And that is why I now title myself a holistic empowerment coach, because I want to empower you in every area of your life, in your physical health, in your emotional health, in your mental health, and your spiritual health. And that's where this comes in. So you're going to see aspects of that throughout my presentations. And it's not going to be just, here's vitamin, here's an oil. It's going to be more than that. So hopefully you'll find value here, and you're welcome to share these with people and invite people to these presentations as well. So that's a little background on me. Now let's dive into our products. First off, guys, I'm not a doctor. I am just a mom and a health coach. Like, I don't have any special degrees or anything like that. I never even finished college. I am completely self-taught, but I'm a very smart person, and I have dived into so many different, dove in, sorry, look at me, I need to use correct English here, but I've dove into so many different areas of this journey, and I've learned so much, and I'm very self-taught, and I want that to be empowering to you guys, that you don't have to be something special. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be an aromatherapist. You can learn and be an expert in whatever area you want to be in. You don't need some special title. With that being said, guys, these statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. I am not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So I'm here to educate and to help you understand a little bit better. And what you choose to do with that information is up to you. So please keep that in mind. So let's start off. The first product we're going to talk about today is our children's chewables. These are called A to Z chewables, and they are safe for children that are 4 years of age or older, and adults. If you have a child that is younger than that and is able to chew, with supervision, they can take these, but you want to make sure that you're there to supervise them chewing, making sure that they don't choke. These they can be a little bit chalky in texture, so I have found that if you suck on them for a little bit and let them get a little bit soft, then they go down easier. They are a fabulous strawberry flavor. I think they taste like, because I grew up, with taking those chewable vitamins, shaped like different characters. And to me, it tastes very similar to that, but without all the crud that they put in them. So there's no artificial flavors, no artificial dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no fillers, no artificial anything. So these are a great way to get your kids what they need. And I have found in my experience that a lot of times when we have kids that are having different emotional or behavioral inconsistencies, a lot of times it's because they do not have the vitamins and minerals that their body needs to function properly. So I love to use these to make sure my kids have that solid nutritional foundation and that their body has the right tools it needs to function and take care of itself naturally. So this is formulated with doTERRA's proprietary Alpha CRS blend. So if you are an adult and you are taking the Lifelong Vitality, this has the same goodness that the Alpha CRS has in it. It actually is kind of the same as the Microplex and the Alpha CRS put together, but in a chewable form. So if you are an adult or you know somebody that doesn't like to swallow pills, this might be a really good option. So for kids 4 and up, they would take 2 tablets daily. For adults, 3 to 4 tablets daily, okay? These have a balanced blend of essential vitamins and antioxidants that are very bioavailable, which means your body can actually absorb them and use them. Because a lot of synthetics out there, the body's like, I really don't know what this is. It kind of looks like a vitamin A, but I'm not really sure. And so I'm just gonna get rid of it because we're not sure what this is. And so with bioavailable supplements, which is what doTERRA supplements are, your body is like, oh, that's a vitamin A. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna use it how my body needs it, and we're good to go. It also has awesome minerals that the body needs for cellular vitality. Our cells need minerals. And we're going to go a little bit off on a little tangent here for just a minute, but just a little like 30-second, 1-minute tangent. But there is a plague in society today where our bodies are overly acidic, especially in our children, because we have high intakes of sugar and other acidic foods and drinks, sodas, juices, things like that are going to actually decrease the pH in the body and make the body a more acidic environment. Now, what happens is the blood needs to maintain a pH of 7 point something. I can't remember the exact number right now, but it has to maintain that essential level of pH or you die. And so it's going to do whatever it needs to do to get to that pH. Now, minerals, for example, are going to be more alkaline or base. And so those are typically found where? In our bones and organs. And so the body is actually going to leach those minerals from bones and organs in order to raise the pH in a body that is too acidic. Okay? I hope this is making sense. So if our kids and you are not getting those essential minerals, guess what? Our bones and our organs are going to be compromised because they are not, it's having to use the minerals that we already have in our body to balance that pH in our blood. Okay, so making sure you have minerals is huge. It's also very vital for cellular communication. So this A to Z chewable is formulated to be in a partnership with the IQ Mega, which we'll talk about later, which is it's our children's liquid version of our omega-3 supplements, which are very, very vital for neurological and cardiovascular health. So this is a great supplement to have for kids and for adults. So try it out. If your kids are used to gummy vitamins, I will tell you, and I've struggled with this in my family because my kids, for years, they took gummy vitamins. I have a really hard time getting my younger children to take these, the ones that are still in the chewable stage. But if you stick with it, they'll switch over. They'll switch over and you'll be good to go. But these are a great supplement. Okay, the next one is Alpha CRS, which is perfect because these ingredients are what is infused into the A to Z chewables. Okay, and I'm not going to read this entire thing. You guys can actually read this on the Alpha CRS product information page that can be found on doTERRA Tools. But I wanted to talk a few highlights of what Alpha CRS. So it's a cellular vitality complex. This is a massive, massive amount of antioxidant, which is needed to help with oxidative stress in cells. What happens is our bodies are exposed to toxins, we have stress, we have negative emotions, we have an acidic environment because our diet hasn't been great, and so we have this oxidative stress. So antioxidants are kind of like a neutralizer for that stress, and they also help with detoxification. This is vital for cellular immune function. This also helps with clarity and brain function. Who doesn't need more of that? I don't know. I definitely need that. Lots of phenomenal ingredients that are in a proprietary mix that doTERRA has put together. And it is just amazing. This has Boswellia serrata, which is from frankincense. So this has some frankincense extract in there as well. And just is amazing. This is sodium lauryl sulfate free. So we know that that's something we don't want in our body. And it doesn't contain milk, wheat, or animal products. So this is vegetarian friendly and is just an awesome, awesome formula that is going to help with proper inflammatory response and with a proper immune response. Is there a way to find out if certain things are in different supplements? Yes. If you would like to see the label of any of our products, go to doTERRAtools.com or just Google the name of the product and doTERRA, and the product information page will come up. It's a PDF, and you can view the entire ingredients on any of our products. Because yeah, some of us are going to have sensitivities, and we've got to be very mindful of that. So just go to Google. It's an amazing tool. Just type in, doTERRA Alpha CRS, and the first thing that's going to come up is the PDF that's going to give you the product information page that's going to have a ton of information on that specific product that you're looking for. I find that Google is easier than actually going to doTERRAtools.com and then having to go through and try and find the actual specific page I'm looking for. So I like Google, but always put doTERRA on there and it should pop up, okay? So love Alpha CRS. This is the difference between the Lifelong Vitality Pack and the Daily Nutrient Pack is this Alpha CRS. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack includes the Alpha CRS. The Daily Nutrient Pack does not. Because of these high quality products, this is a more expensive supplement. And by removing it from the Daily Nutrient Pack, removing it from that Lifelong Vitality Pack and just having the Daily Nutrient Pack, we're able to make it a little bit more cost effective. The Alpha CRS is not, I would say, totally foundational. It's very, very beneficial, but your foundation is going to be your Microplex and your Z Omega, okay? And we'll talk more about that as we go on. But that's the difference there between those two products. So the Anti-Aging Moisturizer. This is one of the original moisturizers from the original skincare. I personally love this skincare line. It has amazing ingredients that are going to nourish your skin. When you look at the ingredient list of this, it looks like a salad. It's like cabbage extract, pumpkin extract, carrot extract, like all these amazing natural things. It is not 100% natural. There is some science in there, but it's non-harmful science. So if you want 100% natural, then you want to go for the Virage skincare set. Those are 100% natural. So this has amazing ingredients that are going to help tone and moisturize and help decrease the appearance of wrinkles and aging and increase the look of vitality in your skin. This has lavender, frankincense, jasmine, and geranium in it. And this is going to be, I feel it's a lighter moisturizer than the hydrating cream. I personally like the hydrating cream, but if you have maybe very oily skin, or you feel the hydrating cream might be a little bit too heavy, then the anti-aging moisturizer might be a really good one for you. I love it. It smells phenomenal, and it's a nice lightweight thing that really, you know, especially around those areas where you're going to have lines, you know, forehead, lines here. This is a great one. Amy says, I use this one during the day and the hydrating cream at night. Oh, that's a great idea. So yeah, that's a great way to use it, Amy. I'm lazy and I don't always wash my face in the morning. I do at night, but I'm like the laziest. I'm so lazy, but it's all good. I'm to the point. I'm not lazy. Let's be positive here. Okay. The next one is an oil, Arbor VT. And this is an awesome, awesome oil. I love it. It is very woodsy. It's a very, very strong scent. It means tree of life, and it is going to help purify the air. This is like a big gun for environmental and seasonal threats. This is going to help you feel calm and relaxed. Use it during meditation. It's very grounding and relaxing. It is very great for promoting a restful sleep. So I love to use this one at nighttime. A little bit goes a long way with Arbor VT. The best way is to use it super diluted, about 10% dilution. So that's 1 drop for 10 drops of coconut oil. And it's going to be more effective that way actually than straight. So if you are using it for environmental threats, maybe you have a little skin eruption that happens on your feet a lot. Because I don't think I can say that. I'm going to say it, warts. If you get a wart, this is really great to put on that and help with the environmental little bugs that are going to that stay dormant and cause those outbreaks. So I wasn't crazy about the smell of Arbor VT when it first came out. It was very, very strong to me. But when I read the emotional properties, it was like, oh yes, that's why I have a problem with this. And you'll see that in a minute. This is a naturally repels insects. There's a really, really great video, guys, on doTERRA's YouTube channel about the Arbor VT sourcing. And this tree is amazing, guys. Like, it will, you know, if it falls down and dies, it doesn't rot. Like, it's almost perfectly preserved because of the oils in this tree, and bugs don't eat it. And so think about how that can translate to using it in your body and your chemistry. Like, it's kind of like a pause button. Okay, I hope, is that compliant? Is that compliant? I don't know. We're trying. Okay, Erica, I think it could help with moles as well. I haven't tried it though. This definitely promotes cellular vitality. It's just a powerhouse, guys, and it really does work better when it's diluted. So if you are using it because you have some kind of, maybe you have an overgrowth in your system that you're trying to cleanse, or you've got, you know, some kind of skin irritation, use it diluted. It's not a hot oil by any means, but it works best when it's diluted. And I would recommend a 10% dilution, okay? Chemically, and we're going to see this, guys, as we're looking at these single oils, I'm going to have the chemistry on there as well. I just completed a series on the chemistry of essential oils. So if that's something that speaks to you, you can see those recordings in my essential oiler group on Facebook. So keep that in mind. So chemically, it's a very calming blend. Lots of sesquiterpenes and lots of esters, which translates to incredibly calming, cellular vitality, and anti-yucky stuff that we don't want in our body, okay? Now let's look at Arbor VT emotionally. Now, when I read this, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what I needed, because I'm a little independent, if you haven't guessed from watching me, but I'm fiercely independent. And I'm very spiritual and religious, but I feel a lot of times that I have to make all my progress through my own efforts, which isn't true. So emotionally, this is the oil of divine grace. And if this is something like, I'm going to show you this book. So this is the book that I got this from. It's available in my Amazon store. You can get it on Aroma Tools, Emotions and Essential Oils. But these oils have an emotional property because as we inhale those aromatic molecules, our olfactory sense has a direct link to our limbic system, which is our emotion center. And so we've got, scents have a dramatic emotional effect and can be a huge emotional support. They don't do the work for you, but they really help facilitate the work that you're doing. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So Arbor Vitae is the oil of divine grace. It's going to help those that need to feel like they need to control the outcomes in their life. It helps individuals to live with peace and joy by trusting in the abundant flow of divine grace. It teaches us that divinity is all around us and can be felt here on earth, and it's not something that's distant or separate. It's something that's very real because of that grounding. It's a tree, and so it's very grounding. It's very solid. That helps you feel that solidarity. It invites individuals to sacrifice their personal will and ambitions for a far more fulfilling way of living by trusting in God. It teaches that true strength comes through emptiness or a willingness to receive God's strength. So putting your own will on the shelf and doing God's will. And so I now love Arbor Vitae. So negative emotions. So if you yourself or you know somebody that is dealing with any of these negative emotions, Arbor Vitae could be very beneficial. And typically when we're talking about emotional support, you want to use these aromatically. You can also use them like topically in a roller on the feet. This is a very strong scent. So if you do put this in the diffuser, I would recommend only one drop and mix it with something because it can be it's very strong. So negative emotions that it can help with: willful, struggle, excessive effort, distrust, rigid, fearful, need to control. And the positive properties it instills are feeling peaceful, surrendering, grounded, allowing things to happen, relaxed, grace-filled, effortless, and trust in divine grace. So I love Arbor Vitae. It is such a great oil for many reasons. Okay, our next one is Aroma Touch. This is an amazing blend, one of my favorites. I love to stick this in the diffuser. It is used in the Aroma Touch technique. It's incredibly relaxing. So the scent, I love it. It is just, it's calming, but it's a little invigorating, and it just, oh, I love it. So topically, rubbing it on the shoulders to feel release of tension. So if you get that tension in your shoulders and your neck, Aroma Touch is amazing. I love to layer it with deep blue or past tense, especially when my husband has some occasional discomfort in his back and it might be having a little bit of a spasm. We love to use Aroma Touch topically that way. You can add this, guys, if you've never done this, do this. Add it to some Epsom salts in a bath. You don't need a lot, probably maybe 3 to 4 drops for about half a cup of Epsom salts. And if you throw in a drop of vetiver, you will have like the best night's sleep of your life. But be careful because you might fall asleep in the tub. But it's a great oil. And I love to diffuse it. It really helps you just chill out and relax. I also love it to help support the respiratory system. So I will add this. I'll layer it with breathe sometime on my chest or my throat to help with that respiratory discomfort. And then emotionally, and because this is a blend, we're not going to have the chemistry, so just know that. Emotionally, this is the oil of relaxation. So sometimes we have those times in our life, or we might know somebody that really just can't relax, like they just don't know how. And so Aroma Touch, by diffusing it or applying it on the back of the neck, their shoulders, their neck, can really help them to move from a state of stiffness to openness and flexibility, okay? It really can offer comfort in times of grief or sorrow, and it helps somebody actually have that ability to relax and to move, okay? Because sometimes people get very rigid. They're not flexible. They're so tightly wound that you think they're going to explode, right? We all know someone like that. Maybe we're like that. But Aroma Touch can be very, very beneficial. So negative emotions that it helps with are feeling tense, stiffness in body or mind, stressed, or unable to relax. The positive properties that it instills are feeling relaxed, harmonious, flexible, and openness of heart and mind, and comforted. So this is our last oil for today. Here are all the ways to connect with me online. Next week, I will have the text reminders on here as well, so you can be notified when I'm having different webinars. And please connect with me on social media. I am very active on all of these platforms, so please take a minute to connect with me. And I am having a giveaway right now on Instagram that goes through Monday. So take advantage of that and get your entries in. And Periscope, I offer a lot of impromptu education and motivational thoughts there as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. Next week, we'll be going through the B's because there's a lot of B's, and there'll be a lot to learn next week. So let me go ahead and stop the recording.